Hi, I'm Katie with Modern Textiles, and today we're going to go over if it's worth it to take a quilt course. First things first, who is a quilt course for? And it really depends on your intention with the quilt course. Are you a beginner? A great starting point for a beginner, maybe that doesn't even have a sewing machine or any of the tools, would be an in-person quilt course. So that way you can test out if this is a hobby that you really want to invest in. Quilting is definitely more on the expensive side when you take into account the upfront costs. You need to get a machine, whether it's pre-used, inherited, hand-me-down, gifted, whatever it may be. You also have a lot of other kind of first-time buys that add up very quickly. So going to a quilt course that's in person is a fantastic way to test the waters, see if it's something that you're interested in and that you're willing to invest your time and a lot of money into up front, and then to continue that path. Another reason that you may be interested in a quilt course is maybe you just were gifted or inherited a machine and all of the equipment that you need for a first time purchase when you're getting into quilting, that you're like, okay, let's test the water, see if I'm into this. And maybe getting to an online course is more your jam, where you're on demand, you only have time maybe in the evenings or in the mornings. Maybe you just have a very busy life and going to an in-person class is just not suitable for you. Doing something online, which can vary from $25 all the way up to maybe a couple hundred. I want to say I saw one about $150. And I would say don't always judge that the more the better, the more the cost, the better. But on some of them, specifically, I know, lo and behold, Quilt Course, she has a very in-depth packet that goes through how to use your machine, how to set up stitch length, how to get your tension proper, all that stuff. And so her course definitely worth the dollar amount, but I can't say for many other ones. So sometimes, depending on, especially if you even know how to use a machine, just the basics, how to sew and know what good tension is and what isn't, that might just be enough to get by with maybe a cheaper course that's just going to walk you through step by step on how to actually put together a quilt and terminology wise. So with that being said, as I mentioned, you have the option to go in person. Where I'm at, we have a community education classroom that actually you go in, all the materials are there, the tools are there, everything you need is going to be there. So that way, if you don't have any of the equipment, you can go learn, test it out, see if you like to do that. And the other option is online on demand. So really, depending on where you're at, maybe you need a lot more, I don't like saying hand holding, but a lot more in-person training on how to do stuff, and you're a little bit more hesitant on messing stuff up. Note, the great thing about fabric is we have seam rippers. You can just rip those stitches out, no big deal. So really, it depends on your personality. If you're going to want to do that in-person class, if you need that accountability to make sure that you're showing up on a weekly basis or monthly basis, whatever it may be. Typically for a Quilting 101 course, it might be a 4-week course. Every week you meet up on a Thursday evening, and then that way, by the end of that course, you have a completed quilt and you really have a good idea if quilting is going to be a hobby and a passion that you want to continue to pursue, like I said, to invest a lot of money into. On the flip side, you can go to an online on-demand course. So you sign up for the course, and maybe those courses, like lo and behold, has live sessions where you actually call in, and if you have questions about the course as you're going through it, she'll answer them there. Otherwise, an on-demand course is going to be pre-recorded, and that way you can go through, watch all the videos like I have set up here. I have a bird's eye view of my sewing space. So that way when I'm going over measurements or how to cut, how to trim something, you get to see my cutting mat and those dimensions right in person. And the nice thing about with an on-demand Quilting 101 course, which I'm going to be actually working on one to release one later this year. So be on the lookout for that. I'll make sure to link it below in the description. But the nice thing is you have videos to watch, rewatch on demand whenever you want, and continue to watch them with my platform. I make sure you have it as long as I'm alive and the business is running. You'll have access to those courses. The one nice thing about the online demand courses is going to be that if we're walking through a pattern, so like my Quilting 101 pattern, you can easily go through that pattern on your own. It gives you all the definitions of lingo, how to sew that whole pattern together easily just through the pattern. But with that, I'm giving you the actual dimensions that you need to trim to, the video walkthrough of everything with the pattern in mind. So that way, if you do need just a little bit more assistance, having those videos to help you walk through and having those actual dimensions being performed when trimming, things like that, is extremely helpful. I would say quilt courses are not for people that learn independently and very quickly. So if you like to take and skim a pattern and think, yeah, I can handle this. It's kind of how I operate. I look at measurement dimensions and then I go, okay, I know how I'm gonna put this together. If you're one of those people, probably a quilt course is not gonna be for you. You're not gonna be, it might be a little monotonous. And so if you learn well independently, if you learn quickly or on the fly, if you kind of like to reverse engineer stuff, it just might not be your cup of tea. So I would stick to just going with patterns, skimming them, going from there. And then also if you just learn well through reading and don't need a visual or a step-by-step guide visually and by audio or pictures, then just using a pattern might be the way for you. Also, if you only need to go to YouTube once in a blue moon to check on how to perform a task or a type of quilting technique, then that might not be something you need to invest in as a quilt course. So overall, online, on-demand, or in-person classes will replace the need to go over to Google or YouTube and search how to do something when it comes to quilting or sewing, as well as it'll reduce your frustration when trying to learn a new skill or a hobby. The last thing you want to do is typically if you have a barrier that's just you feel like you're ramming your head against the wall, more than likely this is not going to be enjoyable for you. So having that ability to go, have someone walk you through stuff step by step with videos to show you exactly what you need to do, because then you can just mimic it on your own cutting table, your sewing machine. That makes it a lot easier and less frustrating, which means you're probably going to succeed in learning that new skill and taking on a new hobby. The other thing is it's going to shorten that learning curve. So if you're learning from someone by video or in person, you're probably learning all the tips and tricks that they have learned through years or a lifetime of sewing or being in that hobby. And so you're just going to learn little small tips and tricks that you'll internalize, and it'll just shorten that learning curve that others might have to frustratingly work through when they're on their own. So why do quilt courses, whether it's a beginner quilt course or maybe an add-on, maybe I've got my Quilting 101 course, which is very basic patchwork. We touch base in the half square triangles, as well as how to finish your quilt, whether that's tying, quilting, binding, you name it. I do have a Quilting 102 pattern, which is my exploratory pattern. That is more geared towards a 102 course, if you will. So I'm going over various ways to make half square triangles as well as flying geese. And it's really honing those skills in to have sharp points when you have your triangles. My next one would be a Quilting 103 course, and that is my clover pattern. We're tackling quarter circles, so you're doing curves, which always seems a little bit frightening. But once you get the hang of it and you have that repetition down, it's a super easy skill to use in any quilt. From there, you might have a finishing quilting course where it's just really going in depth on hand quilting, machine quilting, hand tying, you name it, the various ways to finish a quilt, as well as the different options for binding, whether it's machine binding, hand binding, big stitch binding, or even a rollover type binding. That's how I grew up learning to bind, was to hand tie a quilt and then roll your backing forward twice. So that way the binding is the same material, not cut at all, from the backing material. The other thing is you're going to have quick response. Whether you're on demand, in person, you're going to have an immediate response for your questions, right? If you're on demand, you'll have a quick response. And typically there's a community area where maybe it's 11 o'clock at night and you know you probably won't get a response from the instructor. Maybe someone in the community is also a late night owl sewist, and they might be on and be able to answer your questions quickly as well. As I mentioned earlier, quilting courses or any type of course, online or in demand, it's great to just test the waters on a new skill or hobby, and if it's something that you want to continue to invest in. So I know we talked a lot about Quilting 101 courses today, specifically using them in person in order to test the waters on if you want to dive in and invest fully into quilting. But also just be aware, there's other quilt courses out there for leveling up your skills, whether it's, like I said, triangles, curves. Maybe you want to dip your toes into foundation paper piecing. That's another one that You know, it's not a basic skill set most quilters have. So taking a course is an easy way to test the waters to see if it's something you like, as well as getting in-person training so you're not stumbling over each step and ripping stuff out. Because I gotta say, ripping seams for foundation paper piecing, it's horrendous. So really just learning from someone else that has years of experience, shortening that learning curve is going to make it so much more enjoyable and less frustrating when you're first gaining those skills. And in the next video, I'm going to show you the foolproof way to plan and add borders to your quilt.